All right, so this is driving me insane. Joey Carbstrong did a video on this exact topic, talking about Alex talking about animals not having rights like humans, and then now I'm hearing it here. I don't know if I'm going crazy or if it's just a complicated thing for people to learn. So I don't mean any offense to this dude.
Let's talk about Mr. Alex O'Connor. Minimize myself. Actually, I'll get a little smaller. Okay, so hi everyone. I've noticed people wondering why I've been so inactive and wondering why I have not uploaded any veganism related content. For quite some time now, I've been reevaluating my ethical position on eating animals, which is something people have also noticed. So I've noticed this in a way with him. He had a video where he pretty much concluded that animals don't have rights, or we can't say they have rights in the way we say humans have rights. I had a lot of problems with that, to be honest. And let me see. I covered it here, so if you want, you can check this out. Yeah, this one, the purple thumbnail. I thought it was a very weird video. He talked about how because of crop deaths, essentially, that we can't say they have them, although humans also die in crop field accidents, and we also kill humans in defense of property in the way that we do with animals. So I wasn't sure how there was even a symmetry breaker between humans and animals, such that one can have rights and one cannot.
All right, so this is driving me insane. Joey Carbstrong did a video on this exact topic, talking about Alex talking about animals not having rights like humans, and then now I'm hearing it here. I don't know if I'm going crazy or if it's just a complicated thing for people to learn. So I don't mean any offense to this dude or to Joey. So I already did a 20-minute reaction video to Joey. It's kind of long and boring, probably not worth watching. I'll make a shorter one here. But let me just try to break this down really quick. So rights are usually broken down into two categories. You have natural rights and legal rights. Natural rights would be something like the idea that within nature, we just have these inherent rights. So it's like nature wants us to not do a certain thing. Now, obviously, whether you believe in that kind of idea or not, that's not what Alex is talking about, or Joey, or this dude. The other option, so you got legal rights. So it's when your government gives you rights. They say you have the right to free speech, so the government can't take that from you, or you have this protection where you can't be killed by this other person, and therefore if they do it, they'll go to jail. So you have these legal rights. So obviously they're not talking about that as well. So what they're talking about is this thing that's not usually thought of when you talk about rights, which is personal rights. All three of these guys are talking about what individuals offer as rights they're affording them to others. So or collectively, so a collective of vegans saying that they personally are going to afford rights from their own actions to animals and to humans equally. And that's what Alex is saying. I haven't watched Alex's video actually on this, but I don't need to because it's so clear. They just happen to be missing this. But Alex is pointing out that we vegans do not afford animals the same rights. And he uses the examples, I'm guessing, that that lifting here mentions. Mice and snakes and stuff in the fields. And then I guess the idea of protection from animals from a house. I don't know if that's also referring to like mice under the house or something else, but let's just go with that. And then he just says that humans also die in fields, and we also can protect our homes from humans. Now, there's a huge difference here because when you accept a job, you are accepting that risk. We are humans that can decide what we're going to do, and we can know a risk. So we know that working in a field or working construction is more dangerous than, say, being a nurse. And so when we take that job, we take that risk, and we decided that on our own. Same thing for cars. Car wrecks happen, people die, and it's kind of freaky. But anybody that's scared of it, which plenty of people are, so they don't even get driver's licenses, they decide not to take that risk. The others of us that decide it's worth it, we take the risk. So if somebody dies in an accident, sure, there's elements to like who's at fault, how bad was their driving, but really we're all taking that risk. Aside from a slight little caveat that some people have pointed out to me, that if a kid's in a car, me as a driver, I'm risking that kid dying in somebody else's car, that kid didn't decide to take the risk. And yeah, I mean, that's just how it works with having kids. The legal system says the parent gets to decide. There's regulations as far as seatbelts and car seats and stuff. But sure, that's an example where any of us driving in some interesting sense, we are not affording the same rights to children that we afford to all humans in any other case besides driving. But anyways, legal or not, we do not do any action towards humans to risk their lives that they aren't aware of. Or at least we don't attempt to, at least us vegans. And so us vegans, when it comes to animals, it's not the same with fields. So a human knowing the risk and dying in a field is way different than if we go plow up fields to get our produce and snakes and mice and stuff die in the fields. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't do those things. When people bring up this argument about, oh, vegans kill animals too, it's silly because these are accidents. We are going to get the produce and then they die in the process. We are not intentionally killing them. They are just in the way, which in a lot of ways I'd say is pretty darn excusable. But it's not affording them the same rights we afford humans. We do not, I don't know if any would, but we do not take that risk with humans. And same goes for intruders. If we in our society, we have our legal rights that make it so anybody breaking into a house knows that they can be shot by somebody for their protection. And so they take that risk to break in. They know the risk. They know what they're doing. A mouse just going under a house to live there doesn't know that risk. So plenty of vegans will kill mice and ants and stuff in their house. And there's various different arguments for that, but I'm not even going to get into that. I'm just pointing out that it's not as simple as just knowing some human was unaware of the laws and they're cold and they're just snuggling under our house and we go, we're going to kill them because we have the legal right to. We don't do that. The vegans that would kill mice and ants and stuff in their house and spiders and stuff like that would not do that to a human, even if you remove the legal aspect of it. So yes, whatever Alex is probably saying is something to the effect of, if you eat produce from a field that was plowed where mice and snakes died, you, the vegan that's personally affording rights to animals and humans, you're not affording them the same. Animals do not have the same rights, even from us personally. This does not change anything about how vegan we should be. This is not an excuse to eat meat. This is not an excuse. This is not a reason to stop eating produce. This is just a reason to get better with language. So anyways, if anybody, if either of these dudes see this and hopefully they agree with me and then they can just start changing their verbiage, that'd be great. If they don't agree, hopefully I can chat with one of them, even though I'm a pretty small channel at the moment. And if anybody else sees this that agrees with them and thinks I'm wrong, please, for the love of God, please email me. And let's set up a talk. We'll do a little podcasty debate, whatever. And you could try to convince me what I'm missing out on. Because I mean, I don't want to miss out on something. If I'm misunderstanding something, you tell me. I'll go, oh, that's what they mean. Okay, I'm gonna take mine back. Anyways, thanks for watching. Take care. See you in the next one.